My girlfriend challenged me in Dreamlight Valley. This time we wanted to have a look at the stars and build a worthy observatory. Ladies first, so let's start with a sneak peek in her valley. My cognitive dissonance is screaming once again. About a year ago I said that this game is too sugar-coated for me, I'm never gonna play it. And yet, I had a very tough week at work and I'm placing little dudes with pointy hats again. And it brings me joy. How do I find a way back to my past self? So, if we enter the Forgotten Lands, here is this gloomy little street, and if we take a left right here is the observatory, which is pretty hard to show because of the angle, but I really like how the roof rotates of this building. But there is something going on in here. What could it be? We will see at the end of this little path, which is decorated with no function, only for the aesthetics. Here is the little pond with the telescope. I really like this asset. And I know that placing a pond right next to another pond is not necessarily the best idea, but this was the only spot where I could place it so that this telescope wouldn't stare at those rocks or those rocks, so that it could stare at the sky. I'm still an engineer, I still need to give function for things, you know. And here are some little cartographers and astronomers. This little fella is studying a meteorite he found and he's taking notes with a quill, ink and parchment, and he has a candle for light source. These guys are little astronomers, they are studying the secrets of the stars and they don't know everything from the top of their heads, so they have lots of books here. And I know I usually place things so that the rain wouldn't be able to harm them, but now let's just pretend that they will carry all the books inside the house once it starts to rain. And here they also make some notes with candles for light sources and parchments. I really like this parchment asset actually. And here behind them there is a little study area or study room, I don't know what I should call it. But the best part about this is that here is a magical map. Let's pretend that they can switch what they see on it. And here are some stars and they can make constellations out of those stars so that they could align it with the piece of map that they have down there. So they can make now star charts and maps. And here is the extension of the study room with a globe so that they could project a certain area to this big one with lots of notes and books they can study. So here they are making star charts and maps. This would be a very cool place for Wally's astronomy club, I guess, I hope so. And this is not all, I added something very little extra to the other side. So if we come here is a little fireplace with benches. So if the little cartographers and map makers and astronomers are cold in the night, they can warm up here and cook some food, and then they can talk about the sky or stars or just hang out. And here is another little bench where they can just chit chat. If they sit down here, I placed it so that they would actually have a view over the land over there, which is still just a dump, so let's not have a long look at it. But the bench is placed so that it wouldn't face just a rock or something. And from this little balcony, the view is also visible over there to that area. So the view is also not blocked by a giant rock or something. So this is just a small build. I didn't want to shoot for the moon, even though this is an astronomy place and an observatory, so I should have been shooting for the moon, but I think this is cozy just like this. And I realized it only after the build that if you go along this street, it looks like kinda gloomy and menacing and makes you wonder, oh, what would happen, what malicious things can go on inside this mansion. And then it turns out that this is not a mansion at all, it's just an observatory with little astronomers and map makers. So nothing malicious is going on in here, it's just a place to study the secrets of the universe. I think this is a nice idea actually. And now I was talking again too much, so let's see what my girlfriend has made. Cut! What is this realm? You have giant stone robots? Oh no, I just love these. And your build? Okay. I got bored of saying it's cool, I like it, so I prepared a little something. The prismatic variety displayed in this biome is truly refulgent, casting a glow of supreme sophistication upon the landscape. I don't know where you got these water spitting assets from, but they afford me a most singular pleasure to observe such a harmonious display of aesthetic virtue. The whole vibes of this whole realm gives me the feeling that there was an ancient civilization here, they got vanished, there came a new one, and instead of just studying the old ones, they started to use the ruins as their assets. And because of this, I am quite overcome with a profound sense of wonderment. It is a truly prodigious achievement of the highest order. Where did you get that planet from? I want to have that one. This is an amazing asset. I want to use it somewhere. With this one, and with the ponds behind you, which is not visible right now. Yeah, that one. You actually hit my Achilles heel. So what else could I say then? Pray accept my humblest commendations for a display of craftsmanship that is nothing short of exemplary. This was a very chill unwinding session after a bad week. Come to think of it, the video gets released on Wednesday, so this doesn't make any sense. Anyway, the next story episode comes on Saturday and the next Dreamlight Decor Duel comes next Wednesday. I'm great at writing outros.